Good afternoon. I'm Beth and welcome to my channel, Watercolor Painting in the Afternoon. I just wanted to come on really quickly and show you guys something that I was playing with the other day. This is just some, I don't know, maybe dandelion seed heads or Queen Anne's lace seed heads. I don't know, but just playing with a design. And I did a wax resist, which is to say I took a crayon, just a regular old Crayola crayon. Most people have them sitting around their house if they've had kids or grandkids or whatever. And I just drew my little seed heads with the crayon and in a couple of different colors. I think this came out of a Colors of the World. This is called Hazel Eyes. And, just a couple of different colors. And then I gave it a background wash. And I thought, that looks pretty cool. What would it look like if I got a darker wash? And maybe some light crayons, but then some darker crayons in there too. And it turned out looking like this. Now, it's not polished. I give you that. It is not polished. But it's a really fun technique. And you might be able to find all kinds of ways to use this technique. So I thought what I'd do today, this is a cellulite paper. I'm thinking of the fat on my thighs. A cellulose paper, and it's got a nice rough texture. And I think this would work better with a smooth texture. So I'm going to use my little piece of hot pressed watercolor paper from Archer and Olive. And I'm going to try it on this. And I think you could do almost anything you want. You could do flowers, you could do butterflies, you could do insects and fun things like that. And I've got all kinds of different colors here. I've got yellow, I've got a kind of a peachy orange, well, apricot is what it's called. I've got a couple of reddish browns. This one is red hair. This one is called Hazel Eyes. And this one is actually extra deep golden. And I think we've got a green. So anyway, I'm just going to do some seed heads, right? I'm just going to do the same thing I was doing over here. And we're going to see how this works out. I'll choose a sort of, well, I say I'm going to go with a limited palette, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's just do half the page. We'll just pretend that we're just going to do half the page here. And I'm going to start making some seed heads or whatever else I want to make. This is just something to do. You've got a few minutes. You want to have a little bit of fun, get out your crayons and these are just making little ovals here, sketching them out. They're kind of cute. Little seed heads, and you're going in a circle. And trying to make those ovals look directional, like they're going, like they belong in a circle as well. You can make a circle in the middle if you want to for the middle of the flower, but you don't have to. You can sort of decide where you want your center to be. Maybe you want your center to be here. Maybe that's your center, right? So you can come out this way. And we're going to press down kind of hard because I want the wax to get down into the paper. That's why I'm using a smooth paper, because when I used a rough paper, you could see the texture of the paper. And I don't think it worked quite as well as this is going to work. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's draw a stem down, coming that way. Now I think I want another yellow one, so I'm going to put one up here. I think this would make a cute card front. If you like to send people cards, seasonal cards, this would make a great early autumn seasonal card. Just people who could use a pick-me-up sometimes. I've done that. One time I had a friend who was just having a hard time, and so she loves to post pictures of her cats. So I took one of the pictures of her cats and I did, I think I'm going to make the center very low on this one. And I sent it to her. I did a portrait of her cat. And oh, she loved that. You know, she just loved it. And it made her day and all that good stuff. And it made me feel good too. So, you know, don't think that your stuff, and at that time, you know, I was not doing great animals and cats and things. It didn't matter to her. What mattered was that I thought about her and I sent her something that she could keep and remember that somebody cared. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and it was a cool thing to do. Okay, I'm going to take a red here. This called, well, the Colors of the World calls it red hair. I think it's more like a bright burnt sienna, maybe. We'll say that. And here we go. I'm going to put some right here. I just like that color. I think that's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful fall color. It's a beautiful, well, for any season, but you know, it just makes me think of fall. It makes me think of the turning oak leaves for some reason. Oak leaves have a beautiful kind of burnt sienna look to them sometimes. And they're not, in my estimation, they're not as bright as some trees are when they turn, but they certainly are beautiful. And they add to the landscape. And I'm going to pull these stems down this way, pulling toward that one little center dot that I made. And that center dot is kind of low on this one, so that makes it look like it's opening out that way, right? It's hard for me to describe these things. I try. It's also good if you can keep your crayon halfway sharp. I think that's probably the hardest thing to do, is to keep that crayon sharp. But you know, that helps a lot, because then you can make more delicate, I guess, more delicate lines. Let's do another one of those. Let's start right here. And just go around in a circle. A lot of people will tell you that mark making is very relaxing. It's just, you kind of get into the rhythm of doing it, and you lose track of everything else that's bothering you. Right now, what's bothering me is my arm, and I'm nervous about going to physical therapy. Have y'all ever been to physical therapy? My daughter had to go through it when she broke her elbow, and it was not pleasant. She used to just cry. I mean, and she's not a crier, really. But that hurt. So I am not looking forward to that. If you've got any words of encouragement. I don't think I want to hear your war stories, but if you've got any words of encouragement for me, that would be great. Leave me one. I'm working really hard, y'all, to make it so that when I get there, I won't have that much to do. Okay, meaning I'm exercising it a lot. Okay, so you see that I skipped the yellow parts. I didn't just draw over it. I want one to be kind of in the background and this in the foreground. All right, should we do one more color? What should we do? You want to do something unusual, like I don't know about the green. I don't know about that. What about the apricot? That might be interesting. Let's do one down here. I don't want to take too long to do this, because I promised you this would be quick, and it will. Maybe we'll just do one apricot one, because I really just want to show you how this works. It's not that I'm trying to do something that's going to be a masterpiece or anything. I just want to show you how it works. Okay, let's make this our center right here. I'm pressing down kind of hard, trying to get the stem to look good. And like I said, I don't know if you have a wax resist crayon that's made especially for wax resist, you might want to use that and just have a white background, because that would be awesome too, if you had a white background and then some interesting colors. I mean, you know, it would make your seed heads look white instead of in various colors. But let's go ahead, and I'm going to use my darker colors here, so I'm going to use my shadow colors. Y'all have seen these, me use these before. And we're going to use these, and I think I'm going to start off with a shadow purple, because I want a nice dark background. Watch this, y'all. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That is so cool. Nice dark background, and just pull it down. And of course you can, you know, mix it up a little bit. You can put some blue in there if you want. Let's put some blue in. Wax resist. This is so much fun. Wax resist. And you can make, like I said, you can do this with a wax resist crayon. You can actually buy them, and they're just clear wax. They're not crayons. So you'd have to have a, you know, your resisted area would be white, or whatever color you had painted underneath it. It would have to be that color. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. Oh, it's so moody and interesting, isn't it? So moody and interesting. I love this. And I think this could be something you could do. Oh, you know what would be great this would be great for a Halloween-y kind. I'm sorry, my camera just cut off. I hope you'll tell me whether or not you enjoyed doing it. All right, isn't that cool? It could also work for what? For like fireworks or something like that on the 4th of July. That would be cool too. Well, you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, yay, and subscribe, because that does help me out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.